get this right. What the? Hello, everyone. Figured do this a lot during the evening. Hey, James, what's going on? Hey, Gus. Yeah, thanks. I hope you have a good day too. It's 75 here. I can't complain. I walked outside and I was like, oh, I don't have to put any sweatshirt on. Yeah, it's going to be like a high of 79 and a low of 62. I don't know how to exactly convert that to Celsius right off the bat, but it's somewhere around 23, 24 and a low of 15. 5 Fahrenheit. I guess it could be worse. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I found out that when I stored my, I had Copernicia Eggmania in the garage, and it turned out there was a rat in the garage, and it was being very elusive. And then last night I caught it underneath a metal bar that we had. It got stuck, and let's just say I didn't let it go free. So he ate about $1,000 worth of seedlings. Rats are pretty smart. But that's kind of like the thing that angers me the most is that, you try so hard, you do everything right, and then a rat comes by and destroys it all. Not a big deal with bigger plants, but when plants are smaller, they'll just chew right through the stem. They like that soft tissue. And also, squirrels are pretty bad too. I'm just picking up some food, which is shocking. I actually decide to order food so I can go and do these vlogs. If you guys think I'm like a habitual takeout eater, well, I mean, I kind of am, but it's more like I can spend like 20 minutes on the vlog, or on the live stream, I should say. Yeah, it's just so annoying because there's really no reason. It's not like the rats have no other food to go to, but there are methods to like keep them away, like spraying cayenne pepper or just getting mouse traps or rat poison. But it doesn't really get everything. So I realized that preventative maintenance is the best. I didn't like trim the grass on the edge of the house, and that kind of invites them in. Anything that gives them a shelter, they'll come into. So they hid it underneath. The rat would sit underneath my mother's car in the hood and chew on the seeds. I opened the hood and found all these chewed up seeds in the on top of the battery. So so far I haven't noticed anything that's been chewed in the rat. That could be 10 times worse as a rat chewing through the wires in your car. It's pretty common, actually. Man, these cops, they really need to get a job. He's just staring there, texting away at his phone. Yeah, I actually was going to do the next step. We're potting up. I potted up about 100 phallents yesterday. I was going to make a video. It was getting kind of dark, so I didn't want it to be like poor quality. But either later on today, Ashley's doing some work. She does like some part-time work, helping a friend. but um, later on today, like we try to do it together because it just goes a lot faster than just one person, and hopefully get another 100 or so potted up, and when we do that, I'll do a vlog on that. So like I had the germination part, obviously the first part, the baggy method. I might do one on just the open container method, but I don't really have any like community pots to kind of like fast forward it. So I'm just gonna go with the. So if that works, is that what you want? Like a continuation of the existing um, vlogs that I made on like the baggy method and stuff. So I'm going to my favorite restaurant. I mean, besides places like Nobu and really high-end restaurants, this is like my favorite like casual dining restaurant. It's a Thai place called Thai Nawa. But I'm gonna take you guys by a few plants that are interesting here, and we're here during the day. So you look to the right. There's actually a lot of. I started seeing coconuts planted. There's royals with seeds on them, but the problem is I can't really access that unless it's at night. So yeah, you see the coconuts there? They're like small. Someone just planted them. I guess someone that might have like worked here, but they're not really getting any irrigation. They're just randomly planted. There's some bigger ones over here. I'm just gonna turn around here. Oh, yeah, it's easier. I don't know if it's easier to turn around or there's no one coming. So, but as far as germinating Sable Causiarum, it's really the same thing as Copernicia because Copernicias and Sables are very closely related. They grow in similar climates, a lot of heat, and you'll have the same. They really will just germinate themselves as long as you give them at least 80 Fahrenheit. So like just give them 28 plus Celsius, more like 85 Fahrenheit. But yeah, see, there's a lot of royals in seed. The problem is like a lot of times landscapers will just like blow them away with their gas blowers. So okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm actually gonna start germinating. Did I go? Okay, and I'm not even on the proper. I'm not used to driving this way on this road. So apparently they get 2 lanes on this side, but just one on this side. But I'm gonna go in here. I just ordered, like I said, I ordered some. It's a Thai restaurant. It's called Thai Nawa. If you ever come into Cape Coral and you like Thai food, if you're ever watering a coconut palm, you'll start to see some brown spotting. You'll see some, it'll have issues with fungus. The leaves will open too early and they'll kind of be mechanically damaged. So there's plenty of royals. You can see none of them have any seed on them though. But sometimes they'll just when they get trimmed, people will just rip the bracts off. So that's not always a good indication of a royal that's not seeding. I'm gonna do another terrible parking job in this car, probably. It's just I'm not used to this being as long. This is a longer vehicle than I think it is, and I always misjudge it. It's a pretty good reflection of royals. So I should be in here a few minutes. Yeah, it's possible. Hey, oh, Alex, you live in this town, so you know where I am. I'm right at Pine Island and Skyline. Oh no, I'll be in a few minutes. I'm not leaving just yet. I'm just going to pick up food. I have a ride home to make at least another 10 minutes. know the people in there pretty well. I spent more money than I'd like to say in public at this restaurant, but it's pretty casual in there. So if you go to come to Cape Coral, it's right at the skyline. Oh wow, it's 12 degrees. That's like a heat wave. It's weird. This place over here to the left is a church in a mall, which is probably something you'd really just find in Florida. Maybe you'd find it other places like Texas and Arizona, but this isn't the first time I've actually seen that. It's kind of odd. There's a lot of this open. Hey Dylan, how's it going? Yeah, 12 is also not really palmy weather. And all this open space right here, I don't know if this is residential zoned or what, but I wish there was a more creative way I could take home, but there's only certain roads I can take that can take me to, like, because of the canals here. West Virginia, I haven't seen West Virginia plate in a while. The best part about driving around is that sometimes you just find a house where people have like a ton of palms planted, and you just never know when you're going to find a palm enthusiast or a plant enthusiast. They might like something else like fruit. I've been known to pull over and knock on a door. There's a Cycad guy somewhere near here. I forget. I looked at a car and I was like not interested in the car after I found the plants because the car was not it wasn't like even close to what they said it was. It was like literally like a trash can with wheels. So Royals really can't get too much water when they're older, but Royals when they're younger seem to have this weird issue with fungus, and it's usually like in the 3 to 7 gallon size range. So like when they're like 3 to 7 feet tall, or like half a meter to a meter, 1 to 2 meters tall. This is actually middle school that Ashley's daughter goes to. But it looks more like a prison because it's got this big fence and it looks like, I don't know. I just have a problem with the way schools are built these days. My school was made of brick and it had no fences, so. Yeah, people have hybridized coconut with there's a Syagrus and there's a Butea hybrid. The Syagrus one was, the problem is it's very unstable and it tends to die exposed to any sort of elements. There's that Royal not doing so well. Lots of manganese. You notice these Royals, they're chopped up right next to the power lines, and people who plant them next to the power lines, they should know better, but the county's going to come by and just trim them up, and they're going to look like, kind of weird. It's kind of like shaving like half of your head. You're just going to look like an idiot. Unless you're looking to grow it beyond the power line. But then again, when the leaf drops, there's There's some leaves that can take out a power line if it really wanted to, so. I wonder if I can make this light. If I can, I can show you guys something. There's a top there too. I'm not going to try and do anything funny. All this open space is all going to be some kind of strip mall BS in the future, unfortunately. Cape Coral was kind of like built itself a little bit too fast. Yeah, that is a huge temperature swing, and that's pretty high for Chicago in Chicago, right? In January or February. I'll take you guys a little detour here. I don't really go down these roads because I don't have a reason to. So Gus, I would look into New Caledonian palms like Kentiopsis chamberonia, like the flamethrower palm. Those are good, rarer palms. And all the other species there's 4 species of Kentiopsis. One's fairly well known, the other 3 are less well known. I should have some seed of one of them soon. That guy has a lot of storage space. Take a little back way to the house. These adenites look terrible. See how those bananas are really clumped up? Yeah, I've seen that, and my dad has gotten like 60, 65 in the middle of winter, which is very odd for his neck of the woods. You guys, the weird thing is those Arctic blasts, Chicago has no buffer from that. Yeah, Keniopsis pyriformis. I should have seed of that in like a week or so. It doesn't really grow well here in Florida, so I'm probably going to just part with it. So this, if you're looking this way, you can actually see my house. It's just a house right here. People here just like to collect vehicles. This person's going painfully slow, but that's actually okay because I don't mind going painfully slow. This guy lives behind me. You can walk through there, and then the person next to them. There are some interesting characters. They're what I like to call the nighttime creatures. They have like a dog that they probably don't treat very well, and here, quick before I finish the story. Here's Lutescens uses a hedge pretty well. And that's a good sign of zone 10. Real tall Lutescens, healthy looking. You see them bunched up maybe 4 or 5 feet tall in places. And that's usually because they get burned every few years. My neighbor's having a yard sale. That Washingtonia seed up there, dead. For really no known reason. So it's an odd day to have a yard sale, but should I back in? I think I might back in this time. Look at that Canary Island day. The lady that owns this house she's about 55. She's about 5 feet tall. She's Filipino, and she gets out there and with a pole saw, she cuts down the leaves and prunes them like perfectly. With bare hands too, which I think is, takes a lot of balls. There's a nice Reclinata. She's got Robolini, Reclinata, and Canary Ancestral at her house. Two of the 3 are some of the worst palms to prune. 15-gallon Jubea. Any place to get Atalaya? Now, Atalaya is not really a palm you're gonna find on the West Coast, uh, unless you go to a couple collectors. I can tell you that if you where you find Atalaya, you're looking at about $10 to $15 a gallon. Atalaya is pretty hot right now, and people get a lot of money. Like 15 gallons is gonna run like $200. So 15-gallon Jubea. I can't really give you a lot of cultural info on Jubea, but I know that it doesn't want like overhead watering. It doesn't really get a lot of water and habitat from the sky that I know of. Just be careful about what's it called? Voles? The burrowing uh things. If you can put like a metal fence around or somehow dig it in. A lot of my friends do that so they can't come in and dig up the root system, which will kill the plant. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and end it here, unfortunately. I'll try and get on later though, like I usually do, but I figured if you guys wanted to see some stuff during the day. My yard looks a mess. I need to trim it. So, anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry this isn't that long of a stream, but then again, I'll see you guys later on if you guys want to watch. If you guys want to get on, I should be on depending on what we do for dinner, because Ashley's supposed to cook the ribeyes I bought, and they're still frozen. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. See y'all later. Sure thing, Alex. And if you're ever around in the Cape, let me know. Send me a message on my business page. All right.